While building out your workflows, one of the key ways to make sure that your solution is a success is to test it and to make sure that during the process and the running process of that workflow that you're actually getting the right values back. So when building out a workflow to return values and to take a look at if they are the appropriate value or the expected value, what you'd want to do is log that value. To do that, you're going to use the log to history list action. So once you find the login history action from the search pane, grab login history action, drag that over to the designer canvas and double click to config. It's a very simple action in the sense that all you need to do is write back the value in which you wish to check. So if I want to take a look at maybe workflow constants or inline functions, or even workflow variables and what those values are during the process of the workflow, simply click on those values that you wish to check and place them within the log to history. But if I wanted to check two values in here, maybe I can say this is int index, a variable of integer type value that I've created, and maybe I want to check another one too. What I can simply do is go to the end of that value, press the return key to go to another line, and then I can insert another variable if I wish from there. And so these are different types of data, and one is a text or a string and the other one is an integer, but it doesn't matter because all we're doing is we're writing this text back in our history list just to see what the results actually are. And so what's really cool about this is that we're able to go here and take a look at what the values are once the workflow completes and hits the actual actions. You can write down whatever values you want within the log to history list. And what happens is the workflow will go and proceed. And once the action is hit, you can actually take a look and see what those values are and make sure that you're actually grabbing the right values. Now, one thing that I definitely recommend you do though is after you've built out your workflow, you've captured these values in the log and history list action, you've taken a look at the workflow history as it pertains to the particular instances of those workflows, remove them before you go and publish as an actual production workflow. And the reason I say this is your history workflow list is, a regular SharePoint list, and it still has the same restrictions as far as the number of items. And if you're consistently writing items back to the history list for every time your workflow runs, well, you can be potentially adding hundreds and thousands of items to that list, bogging down performance. So before you move your workflows to production, be sure to either deactivate or just remove the login history list actions altogether, so that way you do not continuously add objects to your history list in SharePoint.